August 23rd, 2019, I was diagnosed with cancer, or primary mediastinal large B-cell lymphoma, to be exact. Today is 5 years, 5 whole years cancer-free. I had my annual cancer checkup today and all my results came back perfectly normal. And yeah, I'm just feeling extra grateful this year. I mean, I'm grateful every year I go in and I get good results back, but this year especially, because if you don't know, 5 years is a big milestone in survivorship because they monitor you very closely for the first few years just because there's a chance of relapse and they just want to make sure that you're doing well. But once you hit 5 years, at least for my kind of cancer, lymphoma, they consider you cured. And just reflecting on everything, you know, I've been really fortunate. Chemo went as smooth as it could for me. My counts recovered on time before every round, so I never had to like hold off around because my counts hadn't recovered. I went in for a scan halfway through treatment and I remember getting those results back and the doctors telling me that the tumor had shrunk more than 80%, which was way more than they anticipated. They said usually my kind of cancer responded slower to chemo, so they were pretty shocked. Then, you know, after treatment, I had one scare, like my very first checkup, because something had happened with my labs and one of my levels came back elevated that was concerning. So I had to go back in for that. And that was like the only scare I had in these last 5 years. The protocol is different for every cancer survivor, but with me, my tumor was in my chest, so if I had a scan done every year, that would expose me to a lot of radiation near my chest, which would increase the chances of like breast cancer. So I haven't gotten a scan since like 2020, 2021, I think. They're able to monitor everything through my blood work, which is really nice. So I don't really get scanxiety, but I do get like another version of it when I'm waiting for my results to come in. But yeah, so that's kind of like what my annuals have looked like. I just go in and talk to my physician and express any concerns. She does a physical on me and then I go downstairs, get my labs drawn. Then I'm out of there and I just wait for my results. So besides the annual cancer checkup, I do have to monitor some things. For example, this year my echocardiogram on my heart is due and they just check for any like heart issues because I am at an increased risk for heart disease later in my life. So that's something I have to get every 2 years. And then lately, I made a fertility video a few years back. I never followed back up with that doctor, but this year I went in for my first like well woman's appointment and we kind of talked about fertility because I told her my health history of having lymphoma and she ended up testing that AMH level again that was low the first time, and also had me get an ultrasound of like my ovaries and stuff to just check on everything because I had expressed a few concerns to her and everything came back perfect with those two. Like I don't know how much your AMH fluctuates, but last year was like a 1.7 I think, and when I went into my wellness it was 2.77, so it had gone up significantly. And yeah, so those are like two things I'm monitoring annually. I hope you all enjoyed the little montage in the beginning. I wanted to put together some clips just throughout the past 5 years just to really show like what cancer survivorship looks like to any other cancer survivor. Maybe you're in the middle of treatment. Like, I hope this video truly shows you that like there is life after cancer, and there were some days where I felt like it was going to be so permanent in my life and it was always going to have a hold on me. And some days I honestly still feel that way when I have gone in for fertility appointments and sometimes get really anxious and I'm like, I'm gonna have to get these things checked for the rest of my life. Like, if I never went through that, I wouldn't have to be doing this right now. And like, that's just the reality, and that's something I'm gonna have to do, and I've just had to accept that. Every year for the past 5 years, I've gone in and gotten results, and I'm like, oh, that's good. But like, I've always felt like I've just had to hold on to like, what if, because what if something bad happened? But this is like the first year where I truly feel like I can let go of control a little bit. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and do all of the things. I want to talk with y'all. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, I've been more active on there recently. Thank you guys so much for following along on this crazy journey, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.